Hello, stamping friends. It's Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. Welcome. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. And today I have a fun card for you. I'm going to be using the soon-to-be retired stamp set Floral Essence, but I'm also going to throw in a couple of the new products from our new catalog that's going to go live very soon on May 4th. And the stamp set that I'm going to use, as I said, is retiring, and it's also on sale along with a punch. And I'll tell you more about that when I turn the camera down. If this is your first time here, welcome. And thanks to those of you that are returning. And please like, subscribe, and share. And leave a comment. Thank you. And let's turn the camera down and let's start stamping. Before we start stamping, I want to real quick tell you about a couple of things that's going on at Rustic Barn Cards. I'm offering the In Color Club, and this is for the in colors of 2021 to 2023, and we have 5 beautiful colors. And this is a way that you can purchase the in colors, but purchase them once a month, and then in 5 months you'll have everything that goes with that color. So it's $40 a month plus $8.55 postage, and you'll get each month you'll have like one color of the gems, one ribbon, blends, marker, ink pad, cardstock, DSP, ink refill, and I'm even throwing in a couple of in color gift bags. So go ahead if you would like more information and to sign up at www.rusticbarncards.com. So over on my webpage, I have all the information and how to sign up for the In Color Club. Now you do need to sign up by May 2nd, because May 4th I'm going to send the order in so I can get your first month of in colors out to you immediately. And then my second item that's going on is my catalog launch party. So I'm inviting you to the catalog launch party, and this is going to be next Tuesday, May 4th. Yes, it's the same day that our brand new beautiful annual catalog goes on sale. It's going to be a virtual party, online, all-day stamp party. The cost is $15. You will receive a $10 voucher that you can use and a small gift from me for that $15 fee. And again, register at my web page at rusticbarncards.com, and I have more information. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have games. We're going to play bingo. I'll be making cards, giving you ideas, showing you new product. So it's going to be loads and loads of fun. So I hope you'll join me on May 4th at the catalog launch party. And we'll have you'll be invited after you pay your fee to a private Facebook group for the party. Okay, well, let's start stamping. And I'm going to use, as I said, the Floral Essence. And this punch is now in the retiring. It will retire soon, but you can still purchase it. And it's $10.20. So a really great deal. And then along with the stamp set is the Perennial Flower Punch. And it's on sale for $7.20. So this punch cuts out these flowers right here. And we are going to use this punch today. And we're also going to use some blending brushes, or a blending brush, I should say. And I'm going to kind of case in our annual catalog, our catalog that will be retiring very soon. On page 72, this card right here, but notice this card is using a different stamp set than the one that I'm going to use. But you can do that. You can find a card that you like and you can use that stamp set, or you can use a different stamp set. So I'm going to case this, may change it just a little bit, but we're going to use this for our sketch for today for our card. Okay, so let me bring in, and I'll have all the dimensions down below in the description where it says show more. So I'm bringing in our card base, a basic white, 8.5 by 5.5, and I've already scored it, or I've already scored and folded. I'll go ahead and give it a little extra crease with our bone folder. And then I have chosen some DSP and Just Jade. So I'm going to be using Just Jade and also Soft Succulent, Just Jade ink, and Petal Pink. So Petal Pink and Just Jade are not new colors, but of course our Soft Succulent is a new color in our new catalog. So the DSP that I'm going to use, actually, you cannot purchase until May 4th unless you're a demonstrator. These are the 2020 to 2022 in colors, but this is new, a designer series paper that will be in our new annual catalog, which goes live on May 4th. So you have this side, and you also have the other side. So just wanted to let you know. So again, as I mentioned, I'm going to be using some product today that is new, like the designer series paper, but the stamp set we're going to be using that is going to be retiring soon. Okay, so let me go ahead and adhere our designer series paper on our card front. So it's the same size as our card front. So the DSP is 5.5 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in our Stampin' Seal. I'm going to get started on my silicone craft sheet that I brought in. And then I'm going to open the card base up to line it up, just to make sure I get it just right. And I have made it just a little bit longer, and sometimes I even make it a little bit wider, just because I want to make sure I don't have any white edges showing. So if I turn this over, this looks good, and I'm just going to trim this off right here at the bottom. And I'll just take my scissors and trim this off. Now we're going to do some stamping. I brought in basic white, and this is 4 by 3 3/4. And I'm going to bring in a little grid paper, which you can purchase for the Stamparatus. I'm going to bring in a blending brush, and we're going to use Soft Succulent. And Just Jade. So I'm going to start with my blending brush, and after I use my blending brushes, I just wash them. So I'm going to go ahead and start, because I'm going to use mostly Just Jade, and I'm going to start off and then on to my cardstock. But I did want to go ahead and add 2 colors, so I'm choosing the Soft Succulent, and of course the Just Jade is in our designer series paper, our pattern paper, so I want to make sure that I use that the most. Make sure that you have that. So again, I'm just starting off. And the reason I start off, because otherwise sometimes you get like this big glob. So that's why it works for me to start off and then come on to my cardstock. And I'm going to leave some of the areas a little bit lighter than others, and I'll darken some areas more. So I'm going to go ahead and since these are both green, I don't need to change my blending brush You could if you wanted to. If I had a totally different color, like a yellow or a pink, I would most definitely grab another blending brush. If you haven't tried these blending brushes yet, they are awesome. So I'm right here where I'm working right now, I'm going to make a little bit darker. And I do want to make sure that I get around the entire card, but I'm going to leave most of this white. So let me go ahead and finish this and then I'll show you. And here we go. So you can see I have a little bit darker here and down here. So I'm going to lay this aside for right now. And then I'll wash my blending brush. And I'm going to bring in a scrap of basic white. And we are going to stamp our flower in Petal Pink. And since our stamps are the photopolymer, they're clear, then I am going to bring in my silicone craft sheet that I have covered with just a sheet of copy paper, because that gives an extra cushion. And if you don't have a silicone craft sheet, you could use a magazine. It just makes a little crisper crisper edge on your stamps when you use a little bit of cushion. But yes, you can stamp without the silicone craft sheet or even a magazine, or without a magazine too. But I like to use my silicone craft sheet because it does give it a better image. Now I'm going to stamp with my flower pointing up, and the reason for that, if I bring in my floral or my perennial floral flower punch, I'll get it out, get it figured out, I'll say it, maybe I'll get it out. My perennial flower punch, notice how it is aligned with this petal pointed up, so that will make it easier when I use my punch if I stamp the flower the same way. And you can use 2 or 3 of these to make a flower. I'm going to use 2 today. And then I'm just going to turn it around and keep punching, or keep stamping rather. So I went ahead and stamped 8. So a couple extra. So I'm going to bring in my punch. And then I'm not wasting this. I'll be able to go ahead and use and stamp my leaves if I want to. Or I might bring another scrap of paper. Okay, so I'm going to line this up. And I'm going to punch it out. I'm going to leave a little white around. And you can, when you get it just like you want, you can just kind of close it a little bit to make sure it's locked in. And then you just punch it out, and you just do the same all the way. So just kind of line it up to get it just like you want it to be. And then close it down a little bit. And then go ahead. And then you have your flowers all punched out. And these will lay crisscross. And then I'll just put a little glue or a little glue dot there right in the middle. Okay, let's lay those aside and let's go ahead and stamp our leaves. I could use what I had left over from punching out the flowers, but I'm going to go ahead and bring in just another scrap of basic white, and I'm going to stamp our leaves in just jade. And some of them I'm going to make a full strength, and then some I'm going to stamp off. So I'm going to go ahead and use our leaf. And there's a couple different leaves in our Floral Essence stamp set. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp, and then go ahead and stamp again. So that way I'll have darker leaves and then lighter leaves. And then you can just cut these out. I do have a punch that is not in the catalog right now. So if you have this particular punch, this works great. and you can just go ahead and line it up and punch it out. You could also fussy cut it out, or you could use one of the other leaves that are in the fluorescence. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in Crumb Cake, just a scrap of Crumb Cake, because I want to stamp our sentiment, and I'm using All Days Are Beautiful That Begin With You. And I'm going to use the Just Jade. So I'm going to go ahead and ink that up. I'll do it at the bottom because I am going to use a punch. All right. And I am going to bring in the Everyday Label Punch. And this is in the annual catalog that is retiring, but it's also going to be carried over, the Everyday Label Punch, into our new catalog also. So I wanted to make sure most of the products I use today that you can either buy right now or you can purchase on May 4th. Okay, there we go. Our stamping is finished, so let's go ahead and put our card together. I'm bringing in some white twine, and this is in our mini catalog that our January to June 2021 mini catalog, and it comes in a pack of 2. It's a combo pack, and the other is Blushing Bride, and this is white. So we're going to wrap this around. We're going to open this up. We're going to wrap it around again, and then I'm going to make a bow. So I want to make sure that I have enough twine over here because I'm going to make the bow on the side. And don't think I do, so we will just give myself a little more. Then we'll twine, and then we'll just pull that, tighten that up, and come over here. I'm more of a ribbon girl than I am a twine person because it seems easier for me to tie a bow and ribbon than it does twine. But this twine's a little thicker than some, and so hopefully I'll be able to get this accomplished. How about that? And then we can adjust this a little bit and play around with it and get it like we want it by holding the center. And then I can go ahead and cut that. I'm going to lay this aside and bring in our flowers. And I'm taking one of the flowers and I'm just going to put a glue dot. So I'm going to bring the glue dot right to the back. And then I will go ahead and lay it right here. So one more time, just take the flower, turn it over. So right in the center part, but on the back, just bring your flower and your glue dot together. There you go. And then we're just going to crisscross, press, and you have your flower. So I'll do the rest. So I'll lay our flowers aside, bring in our leaves, and then we're going to bring our card base back out of the way, and we're going to put our card together. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this up with dimensionals. So I'll turn that over. And again, this is 4 by 3 3/4, the basic white that we then added some ink to. I don't know if you heard my husband whistling, but I had to go remind him that I am taping. All right, let me take the backs off. All right, we're going to turn this over, and we are going to add this. And I may need to move our little, this is when I would know if our bow needs to be moved over a little bit. All right. Okay, turned it around. I had it. So I'm going to place it about right there. So we're going to bring our flowers in. And we're going to add these, and then we'll go ahead and put our, or we could actually, might just go ahead and stick them on first, and then we'll add these. I think I'll add the flowers first, and then we'll add the leaves. We could do it, you could do it either way. I'm going to bring in our multi-purpose glue, and I'm just going to add some right in the middle. And I'm putting the glue just in the middle because I am going to raise the petals up. And you could make a cluster here, but I'm going to do it this way here. I went ahead and lay this here. I'm going to lay that aside. Going to bring in our silicone craft sheet. And the fine tip glue. And then I'm just going to add some glue on the back of our leaves. And we will tuck this in under here. And we will tuck one under here. Yep. There we go. And I'll go ahead and add the rest. There we go. And then I'm going to put the cap back on. But I'm going to bring in, it's kind of drippy right there, so I'm just going to wipe that off with a wet one. And then I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that I have that inserted, that needle, so it'll keep my fine tip glue pen ready to go for the next time. All right, smooth that out of the way. Let's go ahead and bring in our sentiment, and let's go ahead and pop that up. Then we're going to add some embellishments. So I've added our dimensionals, and I'm going to place this right down here. And then we're going to bring in, these are some new gems that are going to be in our new annual catalog. I think it's Genial Gems. So we could use the soft succulent, or we could use the more gold color for our card. I think I'm going to use the gold just for kind of a contrast. And these are already have adhesive on the back, so we just need to bring our take your pick tool in and put these on our card. So I will put one right here. another one. And let's see, I think I will put it right there. All right, so here is our card today. All days are beautiful that begin with you. So again, I cased it from on page 72 in the annual catalog that's going to be retiring in just a few days. This in the catalog was using Healing Hugs, but went ahead and used this for a guide anyway. So I didn't do it exactly, but you could even emboss the cardstock that we did the blending on. So let me know if you like this card. And again, that Floral Essence, this is, you can purchase this right now. Won't be long and you won't be able to. So it's a really neat stamp set with friendly thoughts and best wishes today and every day. Wishing you a blissful future. All days are beautiful that begin with you. And it is $10.20. And then it does come with the perennial flower punch, which is right here. And it is $7.20. So an awesome price, an awesome stamp set, because you have other flower images that you can use and other leaves. And these are the centers of the flowers. And if you do not have a demonstrator and want to place an order, you can place your order at terryhartley.stampinup.net and use my host code if your order is under $150. And while I'm on here, I don't know if you've heard or not, but there's a great promotion for joining Stampin' Up! And you do not have to join and make it a business like I have, but you can, of course. You can just join to be a hobby demonstrator. But starting, there's this great promotion. It's starting May 4th through the end of May. So it hasn't started yet, but I wanted to let you know. You can join in the fun and choose $155 worth of product and only pay $99 and free shipping. So if you're going to place an order and it's close to $155, why not go ahead and join? And then after your starter kit, then you will be receiving a discount of 20% every time you purchase from Stampin' Up. So how great is that? And I'd love for you to join my team. And my other special, don't forget, is the N Color Club. If you would like to join, it's a subscription, $40 per month plus $8.55 postage. It's for 5 months. And by the end of the 5 months, you will have all the N colors. So each month you'll get all the items in the N colors sent to you 1 month at a time. So 1 month it'll be fresh freesia, another month it'll be soft succulent, and you'll have everything that goes with that. And over on my webpage, it shows you tells you exactly what you're going to be receiving each month and how you can sign up. And then the catalog launch party is going to be so much fun, and that's Tuesday, May 4th, virtual all-day stamp party. The fee cost is $15. I will give you a gift, plus you'll receive a $10 voucher, and we'll have prizes and drawings and games. So check that out at rusticbarncards.com. So here's our card, but I want to go ahead and bend up our petals on our flowers to make them look a little more natural. And I just hold the center down as I do that. And you can just do it as much as you want. But just So there we go. Let me know if you like this card. This is Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. Thank you for watching and have a great weekend.